I know how to avoid a cannonball wound. You don't stand in front of a cannon. But see, that's just a problem sometimes, man. Deciding what's better, to stand there or not. You know? And, if that's still a hard decision, I probably need to call my sponsor or doctor and see what tools to use to make me not go do that. I'll usually need to be referred to page 31 by my sponsor that says, if I think the cannon won't go off this time and I won't get a cannonball room, to go over to the nearest bar room and have 2 or 3 drinks and stop abruptly. And try it several times. And if I'm beyond human aid, man, and my solution can't be human anymore, guys. No chemical can replace God. I tried them all, I know. And I didn't find God there. I found a lot of misery. And when my solution became the same thing, all I had was left was a problem. A snake eating its own tail. Every time. Going to get to the middle and starve to death eventually. So why am I here when I can go to the bar or get a bag of your white stuff right now? What's the point, huh? I know why. I tried working the I Got Mine program and it don't work for me, man. I have to be an active member of Alcoholics Anonymous. If I don't participate in my life, I dissipate in life, especially in this program. So, and when I did work the I Got Mine program and started slacking on my spiritual maintenance and got cured, guess what? I suffered another cannonball wound. And, the real deal for me, though, is to serve my primary purpose on Tradition 5. Each group has one primary purpose. I'm a member. So it means I have the one primary purpose, to carry the message. And I have to be sober to do that. So if I stay focused on that one thing, it sure helps me a lot today, guys. And I realized today, I wasn't arrested, I was rescued. And then I was propagated, man, into a new position in the spiritual world I was asked to live in by my sponsor. My book says I'm supposed to keep my head in the clouds, but my feet firmly planted on the ground. And, I wasn't demoted in my social status for coming to Alcoholics Anonymous, man. When I expected to walk in here, see a bunch of guys with winos with little brown bags. And then I realized the only difference between a high-bottom drunk and a low-bottom drunk is a 6-inch curb, because one can afford to stand on it and one can't. But we still have the same disease, and, serving God, here on any level, it might not pay as good as I think it should. I heard the retirement plan is out of this world, but I guess we'll find out. I had to, guys, I had to believe in AA, then the people in AA, and then I had to believe in God first to activate faith that overcomes my fear to keep me sober and happy. It's a step out on the water. Somebody told me a great acronym for faith one time was fear ain't in this human. That one always stuck with me. So, now things are in my life that are happening that have never happened before. Is it just coincidence? No. How long till it's providence, man? Because that's what becomes evidence, a spiritual experience for my spiritual problems. And I notice that when I give God credit where it's due for all the things, here's page 50. It says, here are thousands of men and women, worldly indeed, who flatly declare their lives have been remarkably transformed since they've come to believe in a power greater than themselves. One of my favorite pages. And is it remarkable because I have more money now and things are a little easier? Because I don't worry about it no more. It's a miracle to us when God zaps all our problems away. It's a miracle to God when we don't think about them no more and just trust him. And so, my solution and my problem aren't the same thing anymore because I can't get too spiritually fit. Ken asked me to bring 86. So 86, it tells me to ask every day for the correct thought, intuition, or decision. And page 87 says, we ask as we go through our day. We pause when agitated and we ask. That book is trying to get me in contact with God, guys. A God of my understanding. It's trying to get me to pray and talk to him a lot. I've noticed that. And when I do that, I start to see the same old God from church in a whole brand new way, man.